So one of my daily activities that I do in preaching endeavors is that I keep in touch with many devotees over social medias and message sharing platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, Messenger, Telegram and all. So I try to find a time where I have at least like half an hour, and what I do is I get on my phone and I do as much as I can. So first I'll start with WhatsApp. WhatsApp is the main app that I use to keep in touch with the devotees. Okay, one thing first, here in China I always have to on my VPN like this. If I don't on my VPN I cannot access anything, and only then I receive notifications, you see. So then WhatsApp, here we go, everything came in. So here I will have to contact Vrajendranandana Prabhu later on concerning deity worship. He's got some questions concerning deity worship. So we did an appointment at 8:40 Moscow time, which will be, hey Siri, what's the time in Moscow, Russia now?
In Moscow, Russia,
6:12.
It's 6:12.
So they are 5 hours behind us. So that means his 8 will be my 1. So 1:40 p.m. for me. So what I do sometimes, if I have something coming up, I'll just put in a reminder. Hey Siri, remind me at 1 p.m. that I have a call with Vraja Prabhu.
Okay, add it to today's
Vraja
reminders.
Prabhu actually is Rajendranandana, but I think it would not have recorded, I would not have understood that. So here is good, Vraja Prabhu. Although Vraja is more like Vraja Kishore Prabhu's name. Anyway, I'll know, Alright, so this is settled. Now I'll try to catch up some of the Krishna inspiration messages that we have. I've kind of caught up in the morning because I showed all the... Okay, so this is alright. So catching up with some other devotees. Okay, so yeah, this Subhadra Sundari Mataji that told me that one of her friends would like to have a session with us. Hare Krishna Prabhu, I am also reaching out to any channels that have spoken about the concern of Hindus population being reduced. Hopefully, if they can respond, it will be nice, and many such channels is like preaching entire India, hopefully. So what Mataji is referring to is that recently we have had 2 sessions with a woman called Jai Devi. So she was an ex-Muslim. It was very successful, so maybe I can show you this. I use Discord to keep in touch with her. We had 2 sessions. The latest session here, as you can see, is Jesus was a devotee of Lord Krishna. Jesus actually preached Sanatana Dharma. So she chooses the topics. I'm not the one who's giving her these ideas, and then she invites me to speak. So that session went on for almost 3.5 hours. As you can see, we can go to her YouTube channel here.
Krishna is saying, those who worship the demigods or the devatas.
Alright, so 5 days ago, you see now it's got 4,000 views here, 4K views, 580 likes. There's a lot of good comments, 180 comments. Of course, there's a lot of people who are very envious also. But generally, a lot of people are very much interested, there's a lot of good comments, and new devotees are coming in touch. The main problem with Hinduism nowadays is that Hinduism means Mayavad, basically. People think that God is impersonal force and that he manifests here as Lord Vishnu, Brahma, Shiva, but ultimately he's impersonal. So that is called Mayavad philosophy. That means they think that the body of Lord Vishnu is also made of matter. But from the Veda we hear Sayakshata, Saiksham Kshatriya, which means like he cleansed, So he cleansed over material nature. That means that his body, his eyes, right? Cleanse means there's eyes, was there before the material creation took place, So that means there's a form. Anyway, so this is the whole mess, This lady, she invites a lot of different Hindus to her show, but most of them speak nonsense. But she was very impressed that we spoke from Shastra by quoting verses from Bhagavad Gita. And she said, we're the only one who are doing this. This is the way we should be talking, So this one's got 4,000 views. It's 5 days ago. And the previous one that we had was, she wanted to speak on how to raise Krishna conscious children. However, the topic got deviated because without knowing
Welcome.
what Krishna consciousness is, how to speak about how to raise Krishna consciousness. So you can see this one has got almost 5,000 views. So that's very nice. So now she gave also our contact to another friend of her who does a similar unreal. That there's no foundation, who does a similar sort of live stream, and we hope that she's going to be contacting us soon. So now here Mataji, Subhadra Sundari Mataji said that she gave our contact to a friend of hers, so I'll reply to her. This is something interesting. You see HKM, I type directly Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept. So I don't need to type this every time. You can set this up with all cell phones, some shortcut. If you do 3 capital letters, HKM is going to be, then you enter which sentence you want that to be, or HKP, Hare Krishna Prabhu, and then the whole thing comes out. I use this, it's much faster. So thank you very much, Mataji, for your kind help. If many of such persons come in touch with us, our preaching will spread far and wide. That's a fact. And actually, her friend has contacted me, and I didn't have time to reply, so here it is. Namaste Prabhu, I am Shiva Ram Krishna from India. I got your number from Subhadra Mataji. So we'll be adding him to the contacts. Mataji, friend. So I put this so that I can remember, because as we go on preaching, we start to get a lot of contacts, and sometimes we get lost, so I always put some keywords like this. Now, okay, so Hare Krishna, yes, Subhadra Mataji told me that you would be contacting me. I hope you're doing well. This is a bhakta that I'm in touch with. Why many ISKCON gurus are very ill or died early? Because they did or don't follow Ritvik order. So generally when I do this, then when I answer such comments, since I'm at home now, I'm in my office, I will be opening the WhatsApp web browser, because on there I can have access to my Evernote, which is much more easy on the computer to handle, and share quotes. So here, this is my Evernote. This is where I keep all of my notes of Srila Prabhupada's books. This is what I used to preach. I don't have a good memory to remember where the verses are with numbers. I don't know. I have a really dull brain, so I cannot remember. You see, so I categorize these things by topics. So here he's asking why many ISKCON gurus are very ill or died early, because they did or don't follow Ritvik order. So that has to do with offenses, right? So I have a whole offense. You see here, this go-to offense, blaspheme, Vaishnava, parad, fault finding. So here I have a huge compilation of different verses and quotes from Prabhupada. Okay, so I open this page, and then I would go here, open the WhatsApp on the web browser. Now, mind you, I need to have my VPN turned on my computer and on my phone, and the WhatsApp app open on my phone so that it syncs with my computer. So it's a lot of hassle in China just to do some normal things like this. All right, so we go to, here he is. All right, so now he's talking about dying early or becoming very ill, is it because they didn't follow the Ritvik order? So definitely that's a fact. Now, in my notes here, I know where are my verses, but sometimes it's a bit unorganized. Here you can see like finding faults in one's guru. I kind of do some sub chapter in my whole note like this. Devotional service performed by envious persons, So sometimes I have some categorization like this, or here, defending, not fault finding. This is a verse that I like to quote often when they say that we are fault finding. So concerning his, I know there's a verse in the CC that says that an offender continues to suffer. So I'm going to look in this note here. I'm going to type suffer. Here you see. That's a good one. These are a few verses quoted in the 5, 10, 25 purport. So we could be sharing this. One who blasphemes a Vaishnava cannot be protected by anyone, even if a person as strong as Lord Shiva. If he blasphemes a Vaishnava, he is sure to be destroyed. This is the verdict of all Shastras. If one does not care for the verdict of the Shastras and dares blaspheme a Vaishnava, he suffers life after life because of this. So that's one. But then here you see, here I type suffer and 1 out of 11. So in this huge note of blasphemy, there is 11 words that contain suffer. So it could be suffering, it could be suffered, right? So that's why I just type suffer. Okay, now we come here. That's the one I was speaking about. So this is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who speaks that to an offender, So he says, "O sinful person, envious of pure devotees, I shall not deliver you. Rather, I shall have you bitten by these gems for many millions of years. After saying this, the Lord left to take his bath in the Ganges, and that sinful man did not give up his life but continued to suffer. Then here, the purport, it appears that an offender to a Vaishnava continues to suffer and does not give up his life. We have actually seen that a great Vaishnava Paradi is continuously suffering so much that it is difficult for him to move, and yet he does not die. Srila Prabhupada here is mentioning one of his god brother. And you see, I've put a note here, Jayapataka's position. So Jayapataka Swami, he's suffering greatly. He's got great diseases, yet he does not give up his body. So this is due to the offenses that he's committing to his spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. So what I'll do, I will be putting this, you see, I'll put all of this. So 1751, I'll paste this here. Then maybe I will separate so that he understands what is the verse, what is the purport. And after I share a quote like this, then I will be replying a voice message. Hare Krishna Prabhu. So yes, definitely, because they have disobeyed the order of Srila Prabhupada concerning the Ritvik system of initiation, that is a great aparad to their spiritual master, you see. The third offense in chanting the holy name is that if one disobey the orders of the spiritual master or consider him an ordinary person. So by disobeying this direct order that was clearly spoken out in the May 28 conversation and confirmed in the July 9 letter, they have committed a great offense to Srila Prabhupada. So please take a look, read these verses, and as you can see, the 1754 verse, Prabhupada in the purport, he says that it appears that an offender to a Vaishnava continues to suffer and does not give up his life. We have actually seen that a great Vaishnava Paradi is continuously suffering so much that it is difficult for him to move, and yet he does not die. Srila Prabhupada here is referring to one of his god brother who has offended Srila Bhaktivedanta Sarasvati Thakur. So we have a similar situation here where the senior members, leaders and gurus of ISKCON have offended Srila Prabhupada, and therefore they are being harassed by so many diseases. So there is no doubt that this is the result of the offenses to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. I could be putting more verses at the moment, but I think that this is enough for now. Let him, think a bit more. Anyway, this devotee, he's kind of an in and out, I've been preaching for him for some time, and he's never really surrendered to the Ritvik system, although he says so. He's never made much step forward to come and associate with ISKM, although we've tended the hand. So I'll just leave it at this and let him ask more questions, and then if he comes again, then I'll continue, because we've got a lot of other messages to read and answer. Now that I've opened my computer, I'll just stay on it. Generally, I do everything from my phone when I'm somewhere else, and quoting and searching from the phone, I'll show you a little bit the difference, okay? So here, I'm opening Evernote. So the same thing that I have here. So I go here, search, then offense again. Now, of course, I remember now, it's Adi 1751 to 54, but let's say I don't know. So the same note pops out here, okay, so it's here. Now we'll have to do search in, find a note, then again offend, okay, so offense, or no, not offense, sorry, it's suffer, right? So suffer, it's there. So again, 1 out of 11, I press, okay, I've got the other one. So it's not that bad, I do it quite often. What comes back, it's sometimes by copy pasting, It's like now, okay, I'm copying, then I come down. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's harder. Okay, so here I would then copy like this, right? Okay, so it's been done quite nicely. And then I would come here, paste it. So it's still very, efficient. But at times, simply due to the way that when the keyboard pops out or when I want to select something, it's not as convenient. But most of the time, actually, when I preach from the phone because I'm somewhere else, I'm not in my office. But I prefer definitely being in my office so that I have my computer in front. Also, to send the audio message, I use the phone because the microphone in the phone is better than that of my computer. Okay, so this Prabhu here called me, I've registered him as Australian Prabhu. I kind of forgot his name. I used to preach to him. I came in contact with him about 1.5 years ago. I preached to him for quite a long time, and he also was not so much inclined to surrender, but what to do? It's not everybody that is ready. Anyway, he called me yesterday, so I'll reply him. Hare Krishna Prabhu, sorry for not answering. How are you? So we're starting again to interact with him. Okay, this is ISKM Russia. I'll just scroll through it fast since I don't know all these messages. Sometime I'll put some very short comments if I see like some nice pictures that have been shared. Here we can see the new Srimad Bhagavatam. This is Yuga Avatar Prabhu, who's doing great preaching. He's got a lot going on. Alright, so that's done, that's caught up. Tulasi, this is my sister. Un petit kirtan qu'on a fait dans un centre de yoga. So a little kirtan that we did at a yoga center. I guess I can open this now. Let's see. So my sister is with ISKCON. Although I tried to preach to her about the Ritvik system of initiation, she doesn't seem to be inclined. Anyway. Okay, so let's fast forward. It's 2 hours. My sister's got a very beautiful voice. She was naturally attracted to Krishna consciousness when she was young, when she was a young girl. She's also a born devotee. She has natural attraction for the Lord. Not like me, I was a little rascal when I was a kid. But her, she was always been a devotee in the heart. So Hare Krishna Tulasi, très beau, Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Très beau means very beautiful. We speak French. My mother tongue is French because I'm from Quebec, Canada. I speak French there. Okay, hello. So I don't know who that is. Hello, Hare Krishna. As they come to me, I reciprocate. Prabhu saying Skype. Yes, Skype. Oh yes, this Mataji. This is I'm supposed to do. I was supposed to do 2-3 minutes videos about what is the purpose of life and what is the meaning of Hare Krishna. She wanted them by today. Okay, good. I thought it was for yesterday. So I don't need to reply now. But something very important that I do, I switched to my phone. Something very important that I do in WhatsApp when I want to remember that I have something to do. I long press. Okay, Renuka Mataji. She's doing a lot of good service for our temple there in Singapore. I long press and I mark as unread. This is very important. Like this, I know that I have something to do here. You know. Okay, Shri Prabhupada. These are quotes from Prabhupada. I'm not going to be reading these now. Okay, now there's a new service that started recently, Brihad Medanga Ministry. So we are trying to increase our online presence to preach online, and I'm the manager for one of those groups. So I'll just try and see how things are going on. So there's a few devotees in this group here. There's Radhika Saki Mataji, who's doing a lot of great service. She's the one who actually is organizing the whole thing. Now in our group here, which is the Prabhupada Vani Reels, so we try to make some reels, which are short videos about Prabhupada Vani. Reels generally are like vertical videos, you know, you see that on Facebook. This TikTok nonsense is all about reels. Also YouTube shorts is like this. So there's a few devotees here. I'll just try to check at what is the progress. So I'm going to check if one of the content providers, which is a devotee who finds contents, so just checking if you send the content to them. Shivaram Krishna has I'm doing good, Prabhu, hoping you too. Yes, thank you. Mataji told me that you would be interested in having a love broadcast. Okay. This is one thing that sometimes I'm going to delete for everyone. A live broadcast. Not a love broadcast. Okay, and having a live broadcast with me as a guest. Is that correct? So we'll see. All right. Okay, now one thing that I need to do is to, we did the prasadam distribution not long ago. So I use InShots here. This, okay, it's here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all of this. A lot of clips. Here they are. So we'll try to do this as fast as possible. Okay, so let's see how fast I can edit this now. It's 11:41. All right, so that's done. I think maybe let's stop recording my screen for some time. Anyway, so now it's 11:51. What time did I start? 11:40 something. Anyway, so it took about 10 minutes, I think. Maybe a bit more. So we're going to be saving this. Now this one is about, 3 minutes long? Or maybe less. So that version is also a vertical video. That's the one that I post on our Chinese social media, which is very, successful actually. We get, about 500 views each time, maybe 1,000 views sometimes. So a lot of people are starting to noticing our prasadam distribution. Devotees know that it's prasadam distribution. Karmis, they think that it's only welfare. So that's a good facade for us, that people think that we're doing some welfare activities, distributing food. That's a good way that people start to know us and even to receive donation in the future. Okay, so it's been exported. So that one is 2 minutes. So I'm gonna have to cut it more than half to make a 1 minute video for YouTube Shorts later on. But first of all, I'll show you. So okay, I need to turn off the VPN because I'm going on the Chinese app. So this is WeChat. This is a way much better version of WhatsApp for China. I go and discover here moments. I press on myself. You see channels here. So you see 284 views, 723 views, 1,300, 650, 1,007. So most of them they go near 1,000. This one's got 2,100. You see, so we're posting all our activities here. So the one we were distributing that time was noodles. So since I can't speak Chinese, I know that we distributed noodles, so I'll just copy the text that I already put there. Like this, I'm sure I won't make any mistake in the description. I've got 80 followers. That's good. 80 followers. So here, post video, choose from album. Here's the edited video. I put this full video. Description, I'm gonna be pasting that. We distributed about 68, maybe not 68. I think at that day we distributed about 60. So I'll put 60 here. There you go. Okay, and then select cover picture. That's a very good feature. You see, I can go through the whole video and choose what should be my cover picture. Maybe my son giving one packet of prasadam to the worker. All right, so that's the cover picture. Our son distributing prasadam, and then we go post. So one older devotee that used to be with the Matajis here in the past before I joined, he remarked that we're the only one doing something now in all of China. The only prasadam distribution happening on a regular basis is us. The very nice festivals, strictly following regulations and all with opulent deity worship and all, it's us. The full program from morning to evening, it's also us. Okay, so here we're gonna be sharing this. So share, send to chat, multiple, then I'll share it in our ISKM World WeChat group. I'll share it also to my wife and my mother. And we start to share in the groups. I even send it to Karmi groups, because it's simply prasadam distribution. And I will also share it onto share on moments. You see this here, share on moments. Moments is kind of the Instagram, I could say, and like this everybody will see it there also as a post, and they'll be able to press. So that's it. Okay, now we'll go back and we'll cut that video into a 1 minute video so that it fits on our YouTube Shorts. All right, so we start at 11:59. Let's see how fast we can do this. Okay, so 12:05 we finished, so it took 6 minutes to make it. That's one thing when I edit, I don't think too much, Okay, I cut there, go. There will be so much more content in the future that's gonna come, right? The more we do service, the more there's content, the more there's a chance to make new videos and all. So by making new videos, we'll improve. I'm not too picky with which scene, Normally I look, okay, when is the box handed over to the person? I try to keep those portions of the video that are maybe more clear, the angle is better, okay, So I cut in this way. All right, so this is saved. So I connect my VPN. I come to my YouTube app, create a short here. Then I press on the number 15 so that it becomes 60 seconds. I go here, I got my 1 minute clip. Boom, that's it. And we upload. So I believe it's been uploaded. It uploads quite fast, those reels. Okay, now share video. I normally, first place I share it is our group, Krishna Inspiration Group. I press next. I wait until the little pop-up comes out. That means there's going to be the nice link in the group. I send it there. And next place I will put it, it's on Facebook. Now, as a reel or as a live story, I'm not so sure. You know, I've experimented in different ways. Anyway, we'll share the story, I guess. But I've been on my phone and computer for about an hour now, so this is what I've managed to do. Another thing I can go look at is Facebook here. Friends requests, you see, so 17 hours. I accept almost all friend requests, especially, you know, those who came recently. So you see 1 week, and 6 days just now. So I accept all of those because my Facebook is not really personal. It's more to share our preaching activities. So here 2 weeks. All right, all of this I'm gonna accept. And I mean, the more people I accept, the more people will see our vlogs, our videos, you know. So I come here and accept. Then I try not to use too much time on Facebook because I've got so many contacts that there's a lot of nonsense that I'm seeing, and to start to unfollow them or block them or whatever, it's a bit a hassle. Anyway, there's a lot of people that added me recently. See, this is all 2 weeks. I think maybe it's because of that talk I did with that Jai Devi Mataji. Some comments, I normally don't really look at comments. Okay, here I had an important thing. This is for children, actually. Learn to read English. I think there's some English book made for Krishna conscious children. So that's good that actually I looked at that comment. Alright, so that's it. I'm not going to be reading all of this, so I close that, but then I can go on Messenger. This is Messenger I rarely look at, I rarely answer from, comments there. So I wanted your advice on how to start developing devotion, real one with you, like you. So normally I try to get them to add me on WhatsApp because I rarely come on Messenger. So when they approach like this, and I normally go straight to the point, chant Hare Krishna and read Prabhupada books. And then I tell them, please add my WhatsApp. So I say, please add my WhatsApp. I'm not very active on Messenger. Then I'll give them my WhatsApp number. So I've answered very fast, chant Hare Krishna, read Prabhupada books. So they will have to make another step, and I will have to see if they're very sincere, because I receive a lot of messages like this and I answer and they don't follow up, So if I answer too long, I'm going to be wasting time. Contact me on WhatsApp. If you contact me, then I'll carry it from there. Okay, that's it. Then there's Telegram. Telegram, I don't have much going on, but there's the Hare Krishna League, all the young bhaktas. They are really fired up. I just scroll through their conversation very fast because they can be sharing hundreds of messages a day. Okay, that seems to be interesting. They actually sent a message to this young boy, Abhignya, the little Brahmin boy from South India who's making predictions. So I'll be reading this later on. Oh yeah, this Bhaktara 1 p.m. IST till 6 p.m. I need this time. Okay, this is Raj Panchal. So I have to call Rajendranandana Prabhu around, what is it for me? 1:45 p.m. I think. So 2:30 p.m. Indian time. I need to talk with him concerning a website that we're about to do. Okay, that's it. So a bit more than an hour 15 minutes. So that's what I do at least every day once I sit down. Normally it's not that long. Normally I do maybe 30 minutes there and then another 30 minutes later on. I don't like to spend too long. So now it's kind of an overrun of screen. I don't like to be too much in front of the screen. So now I'll probably go maybe chant a bit, or drink some water and maybe read until I come back and maybe do some video editing. So that's it. I hope you have learned something today on how I use social media, my phone and my computer, to preach. We have to use these tools in the service of Krishna, otherwise they swallow us straight forward and they bring us in the realm of madness and illusion, and we just sink and sink and sink and become like zombies and ghosts, like all these people that we see in these buses. This is why we have to preach, because poor people, they're completely sucked in by all this social media. So we have to take over. We have to make so many interesting videos that's gonna catch their attention, and they're gonna be listening to us, and not all other nonsense that's out there. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Prabhupada.
Asha